Alright, I got my old crusty window out from my dining room. I'm chipping away out all the old glazing putty. It's pretty nasty. It's like from day one. So it's a combination of chipping it away with a utility knife and once I get the big chunky stuff off, I'm running over it with a Dremel, and I'm going to try and film this with one hand. I don't know how well it's going to work out. I'll probably wind up breaking a window. Comes off fairly easy. I did all the other windows. I'm going to reglaze everything and then sand it down and paint it, and it'll look brand new. I'm going to work on getting some kind of a tripod. Maybe I'll give Jeff Bezos a few more dollars. I'll give Amazon a ring. All right, that's it for now. Okay, all the putty is off the wood. I don't know what you call these things, but there is still some that's stuck to the window. And I'm just gonna scrape the best I can. To get all this off. Got these little point things that are holding the glass in. It comes off pretty easy. It's just time consuming. Router bit could only go down so far without, I got as close as I could without it scraping on the glass. That for sure would have cracked a few panes. Alright, it's all scraped off, as good as I'm going to get it anyway. In case you haven't noticed, I did take a grinder to all the old crusty paint. This stuff was thick as a nickel, and it looked like all along in here on the edges, it looked like corn chips. Somebody just stuck corn chips on there. So now I'm going to prime it, and then I have the reverse side. This is the outside. This is the inside, which I have to clean up and I'm probably just going to prime it. I don't know what's on here, but I'm just going to prime over it and paint it white. I probably should use a quality brush. I just use these cheap little chip brushes from Harbor Freight. They get the job done. For this, I guess when it comes to the painting, I'll switch over to a better quality brush. But for primer, this is fine. After this dries, it's a little dry right now. It's not 100%. I'm just going to just scrape the windows. Get the primer off. Like so. Tomorrow I'll do some glazing. Maybe tomorrow, I'm not sure yet. All right, you get the idea. Got a little compressed air, blow some of the crumbs off. Wasn't quite dry over here, it's blowing it all over the place. I got about 1% battery left. But this is the final result. I have to glaze it. I have to put the putty in here, seal everything up. But all in all, I think it came out pretty darn nice. All right, back in the same spot again, except for glazing this time. I already did two runs, whatever you want to call them. It's definitely harder than it looks. Just kind of mash it in there, make sure it's sealing. At least that's the way I'm doing it. This last run here that I did, when I was going along just to smooth it in, it was peeling, like, or separating, whatever you want to call it. And from what I'm told from the good people on YouTube, I should have a small container of linseed oil, but I don't. And this one is not separating, not peeling at all. Maybe because I was trying to move too fast. I don't know what the drill was. But this one worked out much better. You just take your knife and scrape off the excess. It just kind of rolls off, really. That wasn't too bad. I don't know if I want to do this for a living. I'll probably lose my shirt. The snake. I think I was definitely moving too fast on the other one. Don't know how to quite do the corners yet. One down, 9 to go. That's it. It's all done. I didn't think I'd be able to do it tonight. Not perfect. But it's not too bad. Nobody's going to be looking at it anyway. Definitely the further I went along, the better I got. The first one looks a little cruddy, but the last one looks pretty good. It's always the way. This is definitely a job that I would have liked to give to somebody else. Now I got to paint it. I'll wait a few days for this stuff to dry. I think maybe I'll patch some of these holes, that one, and some of these. I don't know what they were there for, but I'll patch them up. Maybe I'll use some of the glazing putty. This is definitely a job that's easier to take it somewhere else. All right, so here's the final product of the Crusty window. And I forgot the holes that I patched up. They are for the hinges when it opens up. I'll take you on the inside. This is the inside. Okay, that's it. And when I said nobody's really going to be looking at the outside, it's not like super sloppy work, but nobody's ever going to notice it because there's a screen that goes over top. I'll put it up and I'll show you. Okay, this is it. It's got a screen over top. The paint on the glass, the paint on the right is a little different because I have there's sliding windows on the inside and the screen is on the outside. So I have the one window open. I slid it over. This is the only original window in the house. I wanted to keep it because I thought it was kind of cool. All the rest were just replacement windows.